Good morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Today I call my farmer that I normally sell super glue for. I call this man today to come and explain to us how can we use super glue for our farm. Is either rice, yam, corn, beans, anything you want to farm. How can you use super glue for it to make you have a good result with our fantastic fertilizer super glue, organic super glue that did not have any chemical. This my farmer is going to explain to us how can we use the super glue perfectly that is not going to harm our crops or whatever we want to plant. Let's proceed. Good morning, Mr. Siwa.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Thank you for coming today because I've been expecting you since all this while, but I thank God that you come today.
Yes,
How is your business going?
Very okay, very fine.
I sure you are using our super glue very well.
Super glue is my #1 base fertilizer that I've ever used. Though I have been using other chemical fertilizer like NPK, urea and others, but seriously, he has not been giving me the result that I want like super glue. Because super glue, #1, I use it and it's economical in the sense that where I can broadcast 1 bag of NPK, 1 liter of super glue can take more than 5 times of that 1 bag of that NPK, of which the rate, that is the money to buy that NPK, is even more higher than this. So I use super glue as #1 and it worked for me perfectly.
Thank you very much for the explanation. But we now want to ask, how are you make use of it? How do you do it that make you rich in your farming? How do you do it that whenever you plant you have good result? That's want a deep explanation. Maybe what are you, if I may ask, what do you use super glue for?
Though I use super glue on different varieties of crop because I'm a commercial farmer, of which I farm different types of crops. I farm yam, I farm rice, I farm maize, that is corn, guinea corn, cassava, different crops. I farm them and I sell them for commercial.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
That's very unique. And you use super glue for everything.
Yes, I use super glue for it.
And it's very active.
It gives me a good harvest, of which I have a bumper harvest every year.
Wow, that's fantastic. For you that you are watching this video today and you have been thinking, what can I use for my crop? What can I use to start for farming? We have been hearing from our farmer called Mr. Siwa. He has been using our super glue for many years today and is giving him a good result and a tangible result. Let's hear from him. How are you using the super glue as an example? Maybe you should give us a deep example of how do you plant your rice that give you good result. How do you plant your cassava, corn and so on? How do you make use of everything? Can we hear from you?
Wow, that's a fantastic question I'm waiting for.
Wow.
So as I earlier said that I have different crops that I use super glue for, of which #1 I use it for rice. But the measurement, that is how you can use super glue on rice, will not be the same with yam. They have different quantities of measurement. That is for rice. If you want to use super glue on rice, #1, when you have tilled your farm, that is the tillage or harrowing the farmland, you spray or you plant your rice, they leave it after 21 days. That is 3 weeks. So after that 21 days, then you pick your super glue. You measure 4 ml to 1 liter of water. And we know definitely 1 liter like this is equivalent to 1,000 ml. That is 1 liter. Then 1,000 ml, if you want to use it for the rice, you use 4 ml to 1 liter of water. That is how you apply it. Then if you are using it for a drum, then you have to measure at least, use this one, 2 drums. Don't use it 4, because according to the measurement is ratio 1:1, that is 1 ml to 1 liter of water. But due to nature of our farm, you know, some of our farm has been using other chemicals of which it make the land to be more soft, and it, in fact, it breaks down the fertility of the farm, of which the farm cannot produce more. So for you to use super grow, use 4 ml instead of 1. Use 4 to 1 liter. That is, you divide this one into 2. That is 2 drums. That is 250 liters of water.
Hey, sorry, sir. If I may ask, you are talking about a drum. Is it that this 1 liter of super glue, you are going to pour it inside a 1 drum?
No. What I mean, you divide this into 2. That is 1 liter. This one is for 2 drums.
Okay.
This one also for 2 drums. But if you are going for this 5 liter, then you need to make use of 10 drums, because this one contains 20 drums. But if you are using this, make sure it's 10 drums you are using to spray all this. Then after you know the measurement, after 21 days, go and spray it. It's either in the morning around 6 to 10 o'clock you are done with your spraying. Whether you are done, you are not done, once it's 10 o'clock, stop it. Then in the evening time, around 3:30 to down around 7 if you can, then you can spray super grow. That is first stage. The second stage, you leave it for at least 2 weeks, that is 14 days. That is the first one after 21 days of planting, then the second one after 14 days again. So after 14 days, you spray your super grow on the crop again, on the rice. So when you spray the super grow on the rice after 14 days, you leave it. After 21 days, that is the last one, because you have to use it for 3 times before harvesting the rice. So you use it after 21 days again and spray it. And because that time the rice would have been growing the head, that is almost getting the seed out of the main rice. So you use the super grow and spray it, and that is how you use it, and it will give you a very wonderful grain of rice, of which it doesn't develop. You know, there are some rice that you can see, you will see the flowers that the rice has produced is not having pigment inside. But when you use super grow, you will not see something of that nature again. All of the rice will be okay, and your rice will be clean and okay. That is for rice.
Wow, you explained this fantastic. You are good on it. It shows that you have been using our super grow.
I have been using super grow for the last 3 years, though I have been using chemical fertilizer for more than 6 years, but it has not been giving me result as I use super grow for the good 3 years now. I have not applied any chemical fertilizer. I just based on super grow. For these 3 years, seriously, I have been harvesting what I have not been harvesting then when I'm using the other chemical fertilizer.
Wow. And the explanation of the super grow you explained for us now for rice, that means we can plant our rice for just 1 month, if I may ask.
21 days, that's 20, that's 3 weeks.
I'm asking for harvesting. It's just for 1 month or 2 months or 3 months.
Though we have different varieties of rice.
Okay.
We have the short variety and we have the long varieties. We have the one that can take up to 6 months before you harvest them. We have that kind of rice. But for me, what I use, or the rice I use, the brand I use the one that can take only about 3 months.
Wow.
Because I'm a commercial farmer, I need to invest on time and get my money on time.
Wow.
So I use the one for 3 months. And if you can use the one of other more than that, then you have to apply super glue at least 4 times before you harvest. But if it is like my own 3 months, then you have to apply it 3 times before harvesting.
That means for the 3 times, once we plant it, we wait for 21 days.
Yes.
After 21 days, we spray.
Yes.
After 21 days, we are spray. We leave it for 14 days.
Yes.
After 14 days, we spray.
Yes.
And then the last one, we wait
3 weeks.
We wait for 21 days,
Yes.
not 14 days.
Yes.
That means it's 14 days.
Yes.
Wow, that's fantastic. And it give you
A bumper harvest. If you see rice, you know say this is rice.
wow, that's good. What can you explain more that you use super glue for?
Though I use it also for anything pesticides and insecticide, because there are some crops that when you plant them, definitely they may come out with some insect, or you can see some red spiders around those crops and it make damage to the crops. But when using super glue, it makes sure it decreases the rate of pests. That is anything pest on the crops, it's super glue will work for it. Anything insect, it kills insect instantly when you spray your super glue on your crops. It kills insects. Anything fungi, anything bacteria, it decreases them. With time, when you make use of it, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, when you have been having fungi or anything insect in your farm, after 3 years, you discover that you don't see them again. Where have they go? Super glue have finished them.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks for explaining this for us.
Thank you.
How do you use super glue for yam?
Okay, for yam, if you want to make use of super glue on yam, it's very simple. Number 1, you need to know the seeds that you are having to plant for the yam, because there are some seeds of yam that you just pick it and dip it inside the heaps. But we have the other one that can be cut into pieces. Like one can be divided into 4 or 5 different varieties. So if you want to use super glue, number 1, the one that you can just pick and dip it inside the heaps, you now firstly wash the super glue, wash the yam, the seed of the yam with super glue. You have to get like this cover. This cover is equivalent to 10 mil. Then this 10 mil, just get it 2 cover. Put water inside a bucket or a bath. Then you pour this 2 cover of super glue inside the water. Mix the water very well, stir the water will now foam. After it foam, then pick the yam, that is the seed that you want to plant, and make sure it's that yam that you plant that day, don't leave it till the other day. So you pick the yam, dip it inside the water, remove it and keep it aside. That is how you do to the rest of the yam that you want to plant that day. So after you use it, you go and plant. Then for the other one that you want to, the one that you have been dividing them, that is the yam that you have been cutting them into 4 or 5, then you have to, before cutting the yam, pick the yam complete full like this big one, dip it inside the water, because when you cut it before dipping inside the water, the place that you have been cut, when touches water, definitely the yam will rot. But when you put it before cutting inside the water, then the body of the yam will absorb the super glue. Then when you cut it, it will not affect the yam. Then you plant it. Number 1, anything like millipedes, they will not come closer to that yam, because millipede is an enemy to yam. It can penetrate. You can't see it like this, so you will enter inside the soil and also get to the yam. And before you know, it causes damage to the yam will rot. But when dipping inside the fertilizer, that is the super glue, the millipedes come in, you test it and it sounds bitter. So the millipede will now go out, or it kills the millipede completely. So that is how you use for the first stage before planting. Then second stage, that is after 1 month. For example, you plant it, let's say May, this month, May, you planted your yam. then anything June ending, because that time the yam have now grown or has germinate and is now trying to develop some leaves. At that moment you see there are some insects on the yam that trying to do the leaves. So on the stick of that yam that have germinated, you discover that those insects are there, like a caterpillar, they are there. But that time, that is the best time you can spray your super glue. So when you get there, spray your super glue on the one that have germinated and also on the one that have not germinated.
Okay.
I hope you are getting me.
Yes, sir.
So when you plant it May, then ending July, ending June, then you have to apply, because when you plant yam, it will take a month before it gets germinated. There are some other that cannot take up to a month and they will germinate. But at least for the many to germinate, let it be ending June, so that many of them will germinate and you spray it all. You understand?
So that we can spray it.
Yes, then it will make sure it clear all those insects, because they are insects, as I said, they are insects. So it will kill the insect. Then the third application, you have to apply it at the ending July. That is after 1 month, and that month is when the yam has now grown leaves. You know, the plant always absorb photosynthesis, that is from the solar energy. They absorb photosynthesis. So when applying the super glue, number one, it makes the root of the yam to absorb more fertilizer in different places. And also to make the leaf to be more greenish. When you apply super glue, it absorbs the solar energy sharp and make it grow faster, because the growth of a yam is from the leaves. When the leaves are okay, definitely the seed inside, that is the yam itself, it will produce more.
Wow.
So that is it. So when you apply super glue, July ending is for the leaves to grow and also to get some branches. That is, the yam will be getting branches in different places, and before you know it, cover the place.
Wow.
Then the last one, you have to apply it ending September or middle of September, because that September, it is when the yam started to bring down the seed. So when it started to break the soil, then you have to apply the super glue, so that, because super glue help the crop to penetrate more deeper. And you know, yam is a tuber crop that penetrates deeper inside the soil. Number one, when you apply the super glue ending September or middle of September, it makes the soil to be more soft that the yam can penetrate. And secondly, it makes also the absorption of water more, because that time the yam needs more water. So that time will be absorbing the water. By applying the super glue, it makes water wetter. That is, the super glue will now bring water close to the root of the yam, and by that the yam will grow big and the body will be smooth and soft. And one thing that I like with super glue is, when you apply super glue on your yam, definitely when you observe, sometimes when you cut the yam, you see within a few minutes you see the yam has changed color to red. Sometimes it's red just because of chemical. But when using super glue, definitely when you cut the yam, just leave it for a week, it will not turn to red. It will still become white. And
wow.
That is super glue.
That's
I use
fantastic.
super glue. Super glue is my best. Super glue is my best.
That's fantastic.
So that is how I use super glue on yam. And the measurement also, the measurement differs. The measurement for rice, as I said, is 4 ml to 1 liter of water. But for rice, for yam, you can use 5 ml to 1 liter of water.
Wow.
That is it.
Thanks for the explanation.
Thank you.
The question I want to ask now is that, because there are some people that is watching this video, they would like to ask, once we are plant the yam, you tell us that we can plant it full.
Yes.
And we can cut it once we have sink the yam into the super glue that we mix.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. once we have planted the yam for 21 days,
Yes.
are we still going to go there to go and wet the soil or no?
No, already when you dip the yam inside super glue before planting, no need of you going to the farm and carry super glue and be waiting on the hips.
Not super glue I'm talking about, just only water.
No.
Can we still be
Rain will come on the yam before planting. Make sure there is rain.
Okay.
Make sure there is
the
rain.
rice also.
The rice also the same thing.
And the
Well,
yam also.
yes.
You don't need to be waiting. You need to be wet. You don't need to be wetting it.
You have to understand something with me is we have different seasons of farming.
Okay.
We have the dry season and we have the wet season. So if you are farming for the wet season, you know definitely that time is a rainy time. Rain can be falling on the crops. Okay. So no need of wetting. But in case if you want to do it as a dry farming season, then definitely you may be wetting the farm because rain is not falling. Not every day. It's after 3 days.
Okay.
After 3 days. That is dry season.
That's the question I want to ask. Okay. Because there are some people that is watching this video, they would like to ask that kind of question, that is it compulsory for them to be wetting it? And you have explained everything for us. Thank you for doing this. And now, how do you do it for your crops? Maybe maize. Okay. How do you do it? I mean, you don't use it for maize.
As a commercial farmer, you need to invest in different types of crops. Because you know, as a farmer, you need to observe some of the crops that can give you money in 2 months.
Sorry. Are you not going? You are so fresh like you are making money on farming.
Yeah, that is my favorite. In fact, I love farming.
Wow.
Because I have other people that are not that I will go inside the farm and work by myself. I have other people because I'm making a lot of money through the farming, and I get some people that are working, I pay them.
Wow.
But I go there to supervise my farm. What necessary things that my farm needs. When I look at my farm, I know this is what the farm needs. This is what the crop needs. So definitely, I like farming. Farming is number one of my hobbies that I like.
Wow, that's fantastic. Now, how do you do it for your maize? That's corn.
Wow. For corn or maize, we use the super glue also for it, because you know corn definitely is 3 months. For like maize, it's 3 months.
In rainy season.
In rainy season. Okay, I will explain rainy season first before the dry season.
That's for corn, right?
Yes, for corn. So if you want to plant your corn or your maize for your farm, then definitely number one, you have to select the seed, because we have different varieties of seed. We have the short variety and we have the long varieties. So for the short varieties, we have the one that can take only 2 months and the corn will be okay for eating. And we have the other one, the long variety, can take up to 3 months, 2 weeks. And other ones will take up to 3 months exactly. Or if you want it to dry in the farmland, you can leave it for 4 months. But it depends. But highest is 3 months. So if you want to use the super glue, number one, you need to observe that the seed of the crop, that is the maize, has been selected. You know, we have some other insects that live inside the corn. When that is the seed, that they best fit on the corn. So you have to observe if there is no hole on the seed.
Each.
Not each. You know, when you observe, when you fetch small, observe it first. Okay. When there is hole, definitely the remaining one must have hole. You understand? But when you fetch and observe there is no hole, then you can use it. Make sure you wind it very well. There is not any dirt inside. Okay. Then you have to use super glue based on the measurement of the seed. Let's say you want to plant like 3 Congos or 3 mudu of corn on your farmland. Then you have to fetch super glue. At least if it is for 3 mudu or Congo, use this cover of super glue. 4. Use 4.
We should pour it in the seed.
Yes, the raw one. Don't mix it with water.
Okay.
But make sure that seed that you pour the super glue on,
make sure this 4 cover, right?
Yes, this 4 cover. So 4 of the cover, 4. Okay. So make sure that the cover or the seed that you are planting that day, or you are pouring the super glue that day, make sure you plant the seed complete that day. Don't leave a reserve of seed.
Okay.
It must be planted completely
that day.
Yes, and that is why I always tell my people that if you want to plant my yam, I know the quantity of the seed that can be taken by each of my farm. So if it is 5 Congo, I will firstly mix 2 Congo with the super glue. Or I give them, they will plant it. When it finish, I mix 1 Congo again with the super glue. Give them, of which I know is 5 Congo, but I'll be mixing it small, so that I will not waste the seeds. Okay. So when I give them the 2, they plant and finish, and it's still remaining, I'll give them 1 Congo. They plant and the farm is still remaining. I mix another 1, give them till they finish the farm, of which the seed cannot be wasted.
For now, for 1 Congo, how many cover?
I just move 1.
1 cover.
1 cover. I just move 1 cover, pour it on 1 Congo.
That means mix it. That means if it's 2 Congo or 2 mudu, it's 2 cover.
Yes.
That's fine.
Then if it is up to 5, you can put only 4. It's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine.
So when you use it and you go and
we are going to mix it together. Don't forget, once you pour this super glue, this cover, 4 cover into 5 Congo or 5 mudu of corn. Pour this super glue raw inside and mix it together. Do you understand? You mix the seed together that did not have hole, that did not have insect inside. You mix it together. Okay, I'm hearing you, sir.
So when you mix it and plant, okay, then definitely just give it a few weeks. That is
7 days.
Yes, in 7 days, in fact, in 5 days, the seed will start germinating.
Okay.
It will start. But you need to observe that the soil where you are planting, rain has fallen that day, okay, or maybe yesterday. That is, the place is moisture. That is, it contains cool that can make the seed to germinate more faster.
Okay.
Yes. So when you plant, after just 5 days, you see the corn is germinating. It's germinating. Then after you have seen it, just leave it for just 2 weeks of planting. Let's say today's date is what? Is 6, Abi?
Yes.
Today is 6. When you plant it today, then don't put, as in when the crop will germinate, is maybe on the 11th. So on the 11th or maybe on the 10th. Yeah, 11 is 5 days. So on the 11th, you now see the corn has germinate, which is 5 days. Then you need to add only 1 week. So 5 plus 7.
That's 12 days.
12 days, Abi. So you now
spray.
You now go and that time the crop would have germinated up to like 3 to 4 inches. That is like this. 3 to 4 inches. So at that moment, you now go and spray your super glue on the crops.
How are we going to measure the water?
So the measurement now is ratio 3. Ratio 3. That is 3 ml. 3 ml of super glue to 1 liter of water.
How many ml that is inside this cover?
This cover is 10. Is 10 ml.
For this big one or this small one?
This one and this one is 12. This one is 10.
Okay, that means if you are looking at this video, if you get this super glue 5 liter, this cover is 12 ml.
Yes.
This cover is 10
ml.
Okay, understand.
Yes. So when you mix it now, if you are using this small one, then which means you are using one like this is equivalent to 3 liters of water.
This one
cover is equivalent to 3 liters of water.
But
So
if you are using this one cup,
if you are using this is 4
liters of water.
Yes, because 3 times 4.
Yes, 12.
That is it. So this is 12.
All right.
So when you use the super glue, but you need to observe, because there are some people that can spray it using the knapsack, that is the sprayer, And in the sprayer, we have different types. That is the one that contains 15 liters of water, the one that contains 16. We have the one that contains 18 and 20 liters of water.
If I may ask, which one do you normally use?
For my own, I use 20 liters of water.
The sprayer that
The
they normally
sprayer,
have?
yes.
Okay.
Though I have the small one, but I have, because you have to observe, you need to have a specific knapsack, that is a sprayer. That one only is for super grow. Don't mix this knapsack, that is a sprayer, with the one that you spray herbicide. No, it's wrong. You have to have a specific knapsack, that is the sprayer, only for super glue. The other one is for your chemical, that is anything you want to spray that can kill the grass. That knapsack or the sprayer is separate, and for the super glue is separate.
Okay.
I hope you understand.
Don't mix
because
it up.
when you mix it up, maybe the other one that you are spraying herbicide, it contains some of the herbicide inside, and definitely when you use it on the super glue, then it will mix, and also it will make the super glue not to work perfectly, or it will make, if the concentration of this is higher than the super glue, then it will burn some of the leaves of your crops, of which it may cost some weeks before your crop will now recover. So for you not to delay your crop, just get a sprayer separate for your super glue only. Then the one for the herbicide only, get it separate.
Alright.
So
How
that
do
is
you
how
use
it's
like now?
Then when you want to use it, don't forget that this is for 3 liters of water.
Yes.
So now you have to get 3. That is, you have to get like this one, this cover, like 6. If you calculate now, 3 times 6, I think it's up to, let me calculate. 3 times 6 is 18. So if you are using 18 liter of water, that is the sprayer, then you have to put this 6. Yes, but for my own, I put it 7 because of the sprayer. Yes,
because I are using 20 liter.
Yes,
that is why you use 7.
Yes,
but if the person that is watching this video bought this one,
then you have to put this one 18. I mean, you have to put this one 6
inside.
Yes.
20 liter.
Yes,
20 liter of water.
Yes.
20 liter of sprayer, right?
Yes.
You put this cover 6 of super glue inside,
Yes,
and mix it together.
But
or you just put it and go and spray?
No, you have to put water half
Okay.
in the sprayer
Okay.
before you now pour super glue on the water.
Okay.
Then you still fill it up with water and shake it. Because if you pour the super glue first, it will now go to the channel, that is where water used to escape to go to the sprayer, to the dispenser. So you have to pour water first, then you pour super glue in the middle, then you pour another water to mix it completely.
Okay.
I hope you understand that is the mixture.
Okay.
Or if you want to use a drum, then you can divide this one into 2. Pour it in a drum. Or you can get a container that is containing 250 ml container. Just get this container, fill it 2 times, pour it inside. That is 50 ml of this. Pour it inside 1 drum. Then it will work for you in a drum. I hope you understand me.
I understand.
That is it. So you now go and spray, but you will
After
not.
12 days.
You will not spray it. You will not spray it like the way you used to spray other herbicide or other this thing. You will now go to the corn, that is the maize. You know, they are just germinated just
after 12 days.
Yes.
After 12
It's
days.
just about 3 to 4 inches.
Yes.
So
it's
you
not big enough. It's not long
So
enough.
the leaves of this will be different from this, and it will be far. So for you not to waste the super glue, go and spray it on top of the every germinated seed.
Okay.
So you go to this hole, pour it on it. Just pour it on this one. You move to the next one, pour it. Just make sure you bath the corn that germinates. Pour it on the corn from up to the down of the corn that has germinated. But if you want to spray it everywhere, it will bring grass, the grass that have not germinated, it will make them to grow
faster than
the other crops. You know, grass can grow more than fast. It grow faster than crops.
Yes.
And when you add another fertilizer on them, that one will be worse. It will harm your crop. So you go now specifically to the crop. You just spray it on this crop, go to the next crop, spray it, go to the next one, spray it. Not every part of the land. No, that is for the second stage of super grow on your corn. Then the next one, you leave it for at least 21 days.
Okay.
That is 3 weeks. And that 3 weeks, the corn would have germinated up to like 3 feet. That is 3 feet is something of this nature. From the floor like this to this height. That is 3 feet. So that 3 feet that can be able, already the leaves of the one that germinates here may be closer to this one. You understand me?
Okay.
So if the leaves of this one be closer to this one, then definitely you don't have time to be spraying only on this one, go to this one. No, you now spray it all because leaf of this one close to this one. When you spray it, the water from here will touch this leaf and this one will benefit. Okay. You understand? So that is how you spray it. Just follow line by line. Don't rush it. Because you know when you are planting, you need to plant it line by line. So you follow line, go to the end, come back with another line, go with another line. That is how you spray it.
Okay.
That is the third application of super grow on your maize. Then the last one, when the corn now is about to bear the babies, that is when you start to bear the fruit of the maize. And the head don't grow like rice. You understand? Don't allow the baby to be big before you spray herbicide. No. When it's now trying to develop the baby, or the head is now trying to open up. You know when corn is about to do that?
Yes.
So that one, that is when you apply super glue. But when you apply it from the baby of the super glue, not on the top again, because maybe your hand may not reach the top. That is the height of the maize. But from the baby side, where the corn stalk are, then spray from that baby side down. Why do I say you should spray from the baby? Because from the baby side, it may contain some maggot. You know, when the maize start to develop the baby, you get something like weak, you understand?
Yes.
So usually maggot used to come in, and that maggot is from this fly, house fly that we usually see, because the baby used to come with some scent. So the maggot usually come and deposit their baby to grow. So the baby
affect the
yes, the baby will now be eating this that come out like a week. So it will now be feeding on it. Before you know it grow, and when it grow, the baby of the corn is also growing. Now it penetrates to go inside and feed the seed of the maize. So for that not to happen, you spray a super grow from top, so that it will stop them not to come. Even though they enter, it will kill them.
okay.
And your maize will grow without anything. Maybe the corn will grow like this, and you see some of the seed, you will grow to here, but you will see some gap. But when you use super grow, it will close all the gap. It will close all the gap. The super grow will make the corn to have seed from down here to the upper part here, and it will not have anything like maggot on it. So that is how you use super glue on your maize. I hope you understand me.
I understand it.
That is it.
And you see perfect result.
You see the way the corn will produce
for just 5 Congo.
Yes,
and you can see.
You can, if now 5 Congo you plant, for my own 5 that I used to plant, I harvest not less than 6 to 7 bags.
Wow.
I harvest
it just super glue.
Super glue.
Don't let me call it just. It's a wonderful.
It's a wonderful super glue.
Wow.
The name, that is why they call it super. Anything super means something big, something that you can enjoy.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why they call super. It's like a surprise.
Even your reactions show that you have been using super glue for a long time.
I've been using it. But there is one problem with the farmers, our farmers of nowadays. They look at the stress of spraying the super glue. That is why they are running away from super glue.
Wow.
But if truly you want to get your crops very yield harvest, use super glue. Forget about the stress.
Okay.
Forget about the stress. If you can stress and get more than to spend money and get less.
Why? Sorry. Why are you going to be stressing yourself? Why are you thinking of stress? You want to make money now.
Yes.
Is it not because of money you are doing farming?
Good. You see, some other people, they don't use to go to farm like in a week. I have to go to farm like 2 times, and one farm 2 times is a waste of time. So they feel like, oh, I will get that chemical fertilizer. You know, I did it before now. So I will carry the chemical fertilizer and go and dump it under the plant, that is the crops, that is the maize. I'll dump it. After I dump it, maybe I will just put it 2 times. Maybe. Sometimes only 1 time. I'll just apply. And the crop will grow like say they just pump it water. Oh, you grow and black. And before you know, the harvest, you see a very good, maybe the harvest will be good, but the seed inside may be giving gap, and it will not give you good grain that you may harvest up to like 6 or 7 bags.
But when you are using super glue, does super glue bring you the result like that?
If it doesn't give me result, I would have not continued with super glue.
Wow.
Because of the result that super glue gave me, that is why I continue, and I will still continue, and I will still continue again. Super glue is my fertilizer from this wonderful company. Hadibi, I know the owner of the company. I would have given him at least some yam and rice and even maize to test from the super glue you produce.
Wow.
From this company called Neolife, I get the super glue and I make use of it. Thank God my farm is okay now. As this season, I'm planning to get another farm to plant now. So that is it. You need to open your eye. Get super glue fertilizer. Use it for your farm, and also it is very friendly. You know, something that is friendly, when you apply it, it has no harm to your health.
Well, that's fantastic of super
yes
glue.
It's not, it doesn't have any harm to yourself. But the other fertilizer, when you apply it, if you don't bath, that's why you're going to eat your body. You're going to eat your body because it contains chlorine, and chlorine is a very dangerous acid in our body system.
Wow.
Yes, but super glue doesn't have chlorine.
Yes.
It's naturally pure and clean. Even animals, yes, animals can use it. You can use it for animals like anything. If you have bait like chicken, anything you can use it for. That is super glue for you. It's very friendly.
Well, thank you, Mr. CY, for the question and answer I asked for you.
Thank
what
you.
can you, I want you to help me to advise the world that they should continue using our super glue, and our super glue is very fantastic and fantabulous. Help me to advise the world.
Okay, though my advice here for my fellows commercial farmers, or you are just farming to consume, the advice I'm going to give you is this. Number 1, you need to understand that when you are farming, mostly we farm to eat, and the eating is for us to be healthy. But when you use super glue does not contain chemical. But the other fertilizer like NPK, urea, they contain chemical, and that is where many people are suffering from different sickness and diseases like cancer, because chlorine is a very good acid that produces cancer in the body. But with the help of super glue, you can use it any quantity. If you like, you can use only this one in one knapsack. Spray it, you will not harm your crop. It will not harm you. But you cannot use a cup of urea or NPK on one plant. It will kill the plant because it contains chlorine, it contains chemical. So that chemical, when we take it, also the crop will now take it in, and when we grind the powder, we eat it. and also affect our health. But with super glue, your health is natural, because they are natural. And what can damage, only what can damage this super glue is water. When you open and pour water, the super glue has waste. That is the advantage of super glue. That is what can waste the super glue. But if water don't touch inside, the super glue is still active. But you see the other fertilizer, even though you pour water, it's still okay because it contains chemical. But this one doesn't contain any chemical. So that is the advice for you. Use super glue for your health, because our health is wealth. Without health, you cannot get anything. So that is my advice for you. Take it. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Sewa.
Thank you,
coming today.
That is why the first day you met me and introduced super glue, I feel in love with the super glue as I make use of it. And today, people now are asking me how I use super glue. So this is the
even today that I invite you to my office, I see that you are enjoying the super glue.
I'm enjoying it.
That's why I've been telling you that I want to interview you. Just try to come, but I thank God that you come today.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Bless you too.
For you that you are watching this video, if you want to get this super glue, you can call me on this number. For watching this video, God bless you.
Amen.